everybody. My name is RoboPirate Foxy, and welcome back. Today, I want to get right into it. There's not going to be a lot of chit chat. I just want to get all these things done because I got a lot to do. I want to finish the daycare by finally throwing the feeder on there, and that's going to be the first thing we do. I want to finish getting that mace because I want to be able to upgrade the game when the trumpet sounds come out. That's just about it. And then finally, I want to build a parking lot. It's time for the American dream to finally become real. But first things first, so that I can say I've fully finished one extension of the one extension of the Roboplex. So let's just get right on with it. Okay, here we are at the fully finished build. As you can see, I came in and fixed this wall and added these little heads here. I did just run out of pale oak, so I had to go get more. And usual story with these heads, I just forgot to grab them when I was building, honestly, and I didn't feel like going and getting them. But here we are. So back here, we have a room, actually, behind the ticket booth. It looks just like the game. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with using yellow, red, and blue concrete when I need some color, but it's there. These shelves are all full of junk. I even have a little trash pile. Always need that. And then if you come over here, it does connect from the kitchen or from the storage room to the kitchen. And you got general kitchen appliances. Now that I think about it, Help Wanted to kind of confirm that there's really nothing going on back here kitchen wise. It's all the machines up here. So I kind of wonder why there's even a kitchen back there. But up here, we have added some stuff. First off is there's these cups now. I don't really know what they do. They're just pots. I feel like they're kind of big, but the other option was like a potion in an item frame or like a bucket in an item frame. So this is what we get. I also have some soda machines over here because, you have to. It's a movie theater. And then I have these banners that are meant to be like the sign replacements because I didn't want to type out everything. And also, I think they're a very nice contrast for where they're supposed to be. I know it's kind of a cop out because in the cafe area up front, I actually have things written out. But the contrast makes it look really good, so I'll take it. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. And then I do also really like how back here you can see the smoke. Again, like I said, the kitchen's kind of useless, and there's no way that this kitchen would be making anything that produces that amount of smoke, but I think it's a nice detail anyway. I really like the feel of back here. I know I kind of just was like, here's what this area looks like next one, but I really like back here. It's kind of just feels like a cramped storage room, and I feel like that vibe was pulled off very well. I don't know. I don't feel like this should all be linked together, but that is just how it is in game, so there's nothing I can really do about it. On to the main course, which is the theater. So, the theater was kind of hard because I didn't really want to waste that much time making it too detailed. Because the issue is, the theater kind of was built for one singular reason, which I'll get into shortly. But I did my best. I have nice colorful art back here of just a rainbow instead of the like portraits because there wasn't enough room to build robo portraits back there. So keeping the computer rainbow aesthetic going on. And then I have these little walls here with just some glow lichen so things will not spawn. Again, a lot of red, yellow, and blue, but whatever. We got some seats up here on the upper observation deck, and then the control panel. That's all snazzy. And then down here, we have the other seats. I couldn't really do the play blocks, so I kind of did a floor pattern instead, just to break up the floor. Everything is carpeted, though, because it's just red wool underneath, too. I got kind of lazy. But everything's carpeted because there's not enough light in most of this area to actually keep mobs from spawning. But, you know, it's kind of a theater. It had to be dark. Though, I do have one cool benefit, which is that it actually connects to the daycare. One Roboplex, 12,000,009 Pizzaplex. And then also, just to get it out of the way, I have back here, but you're really never, ever supposed to come back here. So there's some stuff back here just to fill up the room, a shelf instead of some costumes, because there wouldn't. This isn't that kind of theater. I know in the Pizzaplex they have the costumes back here, but in the Roboplex they wouldn't really have that. So shelves, boxes, pallet, and like push carts. I also have the staircase going down into like the laundry and preparation area, but or backstage area. Yeah, I don't know what that area is called, but either way, I have the staircase going down here, and I did what I normally do. Which is just fill it up with blocks and boxes and stuff. I'm still on the fence about adding areas like this because I would really like the theater to actually have a use. You know, there's really no reason to go into the daycare, and I don't really like that because all the other areas will have a reason to go into them, even if it's just to play whatever mini game I build in the area. The daycare has nothing; it's just for looks, which is fine, but it's a pretty big thing to dedicate just for looks. So I'm completely open to coming back and adding something in the theater so you have to walk through the whole thing and you just get to have that vibe and it'll be pretty cool. So that's all over here. And then I didn't really know what to put, so I put redstone blocks. Just to sell my point, I'll put shaders on, but they're meant to kind of be those like guide lights that, the theater has and many theaters have. But it didn't really come out all too well. I will say out here, it made the theater look a lot better because it looks like the appropriate light level of like a room that's meant to be dark when there's no show being shown, even though there's a show being shown. But you get my point. So, yeah, I shouldn't have built it where you need shaders to fully appreciate it, but I really didn't know what else to do. So, though, speaking of show, just to talk about what's on the screen. So, originally, I tried to do like what Ruin did, but with a giant robo instead of an endoskeleton, but I couldn't make it look right. So then I did this. I wanted it to be Subnautica themed at first, but I really couldn't build anything that looked good. So I did just a pirate ship instead, because at least with that, it kind of keeps the original nautical theme of the Superstar Daycare. But of course, I used little robo stand-ins for all the characters that would be on the screen. So I think it's pretty cool. I like it. It's pretty neat. It's snazzy. Yeah. I also have a little seating area up here. Again, I just used colorful carpet instead of play blocks because I just couldn't make it look right. But on to the only reason the theater really exists, which is just to get you into the back room behind. So that's supposed to be the picture. The buttons are there just for ease of access. I originally wanted to do like a shulker thing, but then I kept accidentally activating it and breaking everything, so I kind of gave up. But here you are. So it just goes into this hallway, and I left the door open, but it just leads into, it gets dirtier, and then boom, here he is in all his glory. And then, you can come out here and overlook the daycare itself. So, yeah. I don't know much else to say about it. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. Like I said, I'd love to give the theater another use. So if you guys have any ideas, actually tell me, because I'm really stumped. I don't know what to put back here because I kind of have a plan for everything else I want. So yeah, just in the future before we continue on, if you notice my levels are higher in any of the other shots, it's totally not because I had to go back and re-record this because I did like the most abysmal intro ever of my life. That never happened. As you know, I'm a perfect YouTuber. So yeah, let's get right on with getting that mace, because I believe that's what I did next. Don't quote me. Yippee! Well, with that done, actually, we have the first fully enclosed area of my base. I mean, technically second, but I kind of consider these two the same thing. And so if the atrium's wide open, the entrance is wide open. But I would say two. We have the first two fully enclosed areas of my base done, which I think is really nice. On to the meat and potatoes of today, which is I want to get that mace. So, because the baby mob drop is happening anytime soon, is happening. What was that? Since the baby mob drop is happening soon, I want to get a mace. So that way I can really have done all the features in the game before that drop, because it's the only thing worth updating for, at least in my opinion. I want the baby mobs. I want the trumpet sound. That's the main reason I'm upgrading. I gotta remember that. Remember the trumpet. So I just want to get a mace so I can say I did it too. I'm probably gonna get one. I don't know why I'm so unlucky. By the way, this is insane because I haven't gotten a mace core yet, and I'm the only one on this world. Anyway, on to the getting of the mace, or at least the attempt. I'm probably only gonna give this a good like hour or two again because like, oh my god, it's cool the first time, and then you're just fighting 1,000 baby zombies. So yippee! Slime. Did I get a swordfish head? Not the slime effect. Hey. How'd I get up here? Okay, cool. I just electric over, I guess. Is there anything down here though? I have a feeling, yeah. I have a feeling. Yes. I need to kill everything now. I have to fear. Because I'm going to activate everything first, even though it's probably a bad idea. Oh no! Oh no, bros. Okay, I maybe shouldn't have activated them all at once. You're blue. Oh, get juked on. Oh, get juked on. Oh god, I'm gonna die. You can hit me. I'm too cool. I'm too cool. Oh, I'm too good. Oh, I'm too good. Oh, I'm too goated. Got so much goat on me, bro. I don't want to shoot you. No. No. Never mind. The goat is losing. The goat is down. The goat is back up. Let's go over here first. This will be easier. Is it a geode? That's funny. Oh. Okay. Okay, enchanted apple, nice. Oh. Okay, okay, okay. Oh god. Okay. Okay, another enchanted apple. Oh my god. Mace. Oh man. I think it's a first item kind of drop, isn't it? Yeah. Jesus, I've just gotten unlucky. Let's see what I get out of here. Please be it. Oh my god. That was horrible. Ow, really? Yes! The torment is over! Okay, so I came over to the villagers to get the enchantments, because even though I'm not putting Windburst on yet, I will get it eventually, hopefully, but I'm sick of trials right now. I don't have a breach or density guy. So, you'll never guess what I'm gonna do. Or no, I'm not, because I don't have any grown villagers, so... Okay, so I did get a density 4, which I will consider good enough, because, you know, it's good enough. I'm trying to think of a name for it now. So I'm going to mix density first. I'm then going to mix breach. Oh. Oh, no. Can I not have... Are they not exclusive? Are they exclusive? I thought they could go on at the same time. Well, which one do I want then? Because breach ignores armor. What is density? Density is a mason chamber that increase. Well, why would I use breach over density? Density just sounds better. So, can I? Okay, let me make the mace first, because now I have to go get another mending and I'm breaking. But can I put sharpness? Okay, I can't put sharpness on a mace, so I'm just gonna enchant that. Or other way around. So I'm gonna go with density, I guess, because density just makes it stronger. I don't know, like, if I was using this in multiplayer, breach would be an option. But I'm just gonna call it a sledgehammer because I think that's funny. I now have a sledgehammer. That's slow raise. That's odd though. That's really weird. I mean, I get why they're exclusive, but not really. Why would they add those? Because it's not even like they have that big a difference of use cases. Density is just sharpness for a mace. So it's like, it's kind of like the fire protection versus regular protection. It's like, well, I could just do slight damage in a use case versus more damage in general. Like, I mean, if I'm like slamming somebody down from like 100 blocks, I don't think density versus breach would matter that much. You'd want breach in that use case, but if I'm doing like a normal height, I'd want density. Anyway, let's try this thing out. So I'm not very good at this, but we're gonna try to murk this cow. Okay, we're gonna try to murk this cow. Okay, we're gonna try to murk this cow. I did it. First try. Okay, that's really cool. I do kind of wish I had Wind Burst. Maybe I'll give it another attempt at getting it. But that was cool. So how high do I have to be? I think it's like 1.5 blocks. So like jumping... Like, okay, stop moving. So like jumping from 2 chests should be enough. That was depressing. Yeah, it was. Okay, cool. That's actually really cool. I might use this. I was like planning on being like, okay guys, I got a mace, and then just shoving it into a corner. But I can actually totally see the use cases for that, especially once I get Wind Burst and I can launch myself. Other than that though, there's one other thing I want to do today, which is I want to get the parking lot of the Roboplex started. I don't think it'll be done. I think I'm far from that, like I said. But I want to make the adjustments to the wall so that way this is covered up and you can't see that anymore. And I want to mine out the last layer of blocks. I technically left the layer because obviously I don't want it to be like this, you know? That was kind of stupid of me, but the reason I avoided it is because most of the floor level is like this. Let me go clear this. I don't know. I got nothing else to say. I'm jumbling. So we need to dig. We need a road. I'm shaking. I'm shaking from the fact that I might build a road. Ugh. Hello, everybody. Future Robo here again. I don't know what was up with me, but I just was dead while I was recording this. I don't know why. But here we are in the future. Oh, good timing. The lights just turned on. Oh, I made that one a block shorter than all the other ones. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait, why are they different? Oh, my God. How'd I mess that up? Anyway, ignoring that blunder that I will fix, here is this. No, I'm going to say this first. No, I'm not going to apologize for the Virtual Boy music. I like the Virtual Boy, and I recently made a video on my second channel about comparing NSO Virtual Boy with the actual Virtual Boy. You should go check it out. Just saying, just saying. But I downloaded a bunch of the Galactic Pinball soundtracks, and I will put them in my videos. Unless you guys hate them, then I'll stop. Just tell me. But other than that, here we are with this. I'm very happy with the way this came out. Obviously, I gotta fix those. But the parking lot, you may have noticed this. The first thing I want to mention is I have this hole here now, which you definitely noticed. That's not what I was talking about. But originally, I was just going to put some like plants or bushes and stuff in here. But because it's the mantelpiece to my base, I really want to design something for like a statue or something. Just because it's, like I said, the mantelpiece. It's the first thing you're going to see rocking up to the Roboplex. And I feel like it needs a bit more pizzazz than just like a bush median. So I got to work on something to put in this hole that will be changed. Also, I got to realign it. I don't think I made the size exactly right. Like, it's a perfect square, but it's a little too long on this side compared to this side and stuff like that. So I got to fix that. But other than that, you may have also noticed that some of these parking spaces are a little whack. And I think that's okay. Like, especially over here, right here in this corner, the stuff around this edge. But I think that's okay because it both in actuality and I think how Robo would handle it would be that they would want to build the big cool building first and then the parking lot was an afterthought. Because obviously in real life, you know, Minecraft bases don't need parking lots. It's an afterthought. But in lore base wise, I think it would make sense for Robo to go, oh my god, we forgot a parking lot, and just shove it somewhere and just kind of deal with it. So that's what we got going on here. But you have the drive up over here, and then you have this big empty space to drive around. I might throw in another median here if it's too empty. But then I got this little loop that goes around here, and I want over here to be valet parking. So I guess it'd be more like you drive in this way. Valet would take you right here. They then drive out this way towards the parking lot. That probably is going to be how it goes. And it will make more sense once I get like seatings and booths set up over here. But then you go down to these parking lots, and all the spaces are equal. It's just some of the street lights are messed up, I guess. And it's not all the lights I want to have up, but I need to do something special for the ones that have a sidewalk next to them, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And you may notice the gap right here as well, but that's going to be where the parking garage is, which will also line up with going right down here, so that'll be pretty nice. Oh, I'm stuck. That'll work out pretty well. I don't have anything else to say about it because I don't know how I'm going to do it. And other than that, there's not a lot to talk about. It's just a cool parking lot. I'm pretty happy with it. And I mean, hey, you get a pretty nice view. This is the start of the roadway system that we all need. Oh, and also, I fixed the base so the free entry ticket is blocked up over here, and I extended the other side too. But yeah, so we got a really nice parking lot that looks really nice from up here. And that's about all I have to say. So, thank you so much for watching. You can please like and subscribe. And yeah, bye. I completely ran out of black dye. We're going to have to deal with that next week.